Alrighty, so today we're going to be taking a look at some Czech gas mask. So what we have here, we have the M10 and the M10M. And first let's just take a look at the M10. So right off the bat, you can tell that this is pretty much a direct copy of the US M17 mask. It does have some exceptions to that, like the exhale valve here on the M17 is pointed downwards, and the entire mask is made of a black rubber as opposed to this kind of tannish gray kind of weird color material. Now let's just start on the outside here. So we have the inhale valves on either side, and these are just covers they screw off for ease of installation of the filters. There are threads on the inside of the filters that this little valve screws into. Just kind of put it on back there, and we have the lenses. Now the inner lens of these, these are both plastic. So you have an inner lens and then this outer lens cover. I will show you what this outer cover is used for when we get to the M10M. We have the voice box up here, the voice diaphragm, so you can speak and people can actually understand what you're saying when you're wearing the mask. Exhale valve. Now on the inside here, you can see you have this nasal cup and the voice box, that kind of gold, great kind of looking material down in there. And then, this may be kind of hard to show, but if you see this valve right here, that is where your air is actually going to come in, and it kind of routes the air from the cheek filters up through that area so it hits the inside of the lenses to help prevent them from fogging up. Now here, you can see the focus, 1975, so that's the manufacture date on this mask. So this version was used from 1970-ish up until the 80s when the M10M was introduced. Now we're going to put the M10 away and take a look at the M10M. So my other one, the M10, does not have a bag. This one came with a bag. It's kind of a rubberized canvas material. A neat little detail, you can see these buttons, little Czech Army buttons on there. So get this open, you just undo the buttons. Comes right open. So here's this mask, and you're going to notice it looks a good bit different, and the main reason is I actually acquired a chemical protective cover for it. So this would have been worn with a full chemical protective suit to just seal up your entire body from any kind of chemical agents that might irritate your skin, not just that would be dangerous to your breathing. So this would look very similar to this one if I did not have the cover on it, but I think the cover looks pretty cool. It makes it look pretty apocalyptic-y when you have that on there. So the main difference between the two masks is this front area with your inhale valve and your voice diaphragm and this straw. So this is so you could drink liquids when you're wearing the mask. And this seals up, or it kind of folds up along the edge of the voice diaphragm and the exhale valve there. Just folds up like that. I'm not going to bother getting it perfect, and what I was talking about when we were discussing the M10, these are the outer protective cover for the lenses, and this is what actually seals this chemical hood onto the mask. Otherwise, it kind of fall apart around the edges. These have rubber gaskets to give it a tight seal. So that's what you'd use those outer lenses for. Now, on the inside of this mask, you can peel away all of this extra material here. It's pretty much identical. You can see, actually you really can't see, can you? Well, try to get a better shot of that. You see down in there, that little black straw, that's the straw that you drink from the bottle with. That attaches to the straw on the outside here so you can drink. And those are pretty much the main differences. Actually the strap, the harness on the back, is slightly different. And like I said, this one would have been from the 80s, and they use these until they replace it with the next generation of mask. So let's take a look at the rest of the contents of this bag while we've got it out here. So first off, these are the filters. These are cheek filters, and the main reason these masks aren't that great is because you can't replace the cheek filters when you're using it like you could with a gas mask with a canister. You just unscrew the filter, don't breathe through it while you have it, and then just put the other one on. And these are just covers, and you take this off when you put it in the mask, and that, once you remove this cover, the threads I was talking about earlier are inside of this. So then we have the last little bits of this mask are in here. It's got a little baggie with those covers, and then this guy. So this is the lid for your water bottle that you'd use if you wanted to drink from it when you're under some kind of gas attack. So this pops off, and then the straw from the mask, this end goes into here, like that. And you would have had your bottle replace the normal lid with this guy right here. You can see it's got a rubber gasket on the inside of this lip in there to provide a perfect seal, as well as this gasket right there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the bag has some little storage compartments in there. You can see, and then this big one down here, I'm not really sure what would have gone down there. Maybe that's where you would have stored the cover of the mask that you would have used with the full chemical protection suit when you didn't want to have it actually installed on the mask. But yeah, that's about it. Well, thanks for watching, and I actually tried a new video setup this time after getting some feedback on previous videos. So if you like this, please consider leaving a like, or if you have any feedback, consider leaving a comment as well. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.